Hey guys, what's going on? Before I start today's video, I wanted to give the shout out of the day to ANDREY ESPINOSA Horror Reviews. Amazing dude with some great unboxings, reviews, even custom made stuff that he's done. He did a really awesome custom made box set for all the Child's Play films. Go check him out, ANDREY ESPINOSA Horror Reviews, link in the description. Now let's get to the review. I'm Steve Ferrandino. Writing, directing, and acting in horror movies is my life. But I love reviewing horror movies, both new and old, especially shot on video and DIY films, as well as inspiring others to go out there and create their own horror stories. I love twisted and morbid horror movies with a lot of blood and gore. Get out there and create your own terror. This is Shock Extreme Productions. What's up guys, how's it going? This is Steve as always, and I'm back with another review for Intervision Picture Corp. Being the big shot-on-video horror film fan that I am, having well over 100 shot-on-video horror films in my collection, I am very surprised that I only found out about this film only a week or two ago. A few weeks back I was at Mad Monster in Phoenix, Arizona, and like every year, Jason from Severin Films is there, always depleting my bank account with the amount of movies he has. But like every year, Jason and Severin never let me down with films to check out. Besides the other 4 titles that I got from him, he recommended this one, saying if you love shot on video, you'll definitely dig this one. And as always, thanks Jason. Now I've seen a lot of shot on video horror films from the United States, Canada, Germany, and Japan, but I have yet to see one, at least that I know of. I have yet to see a shot-on-video film from the UK. The film was made in 1983, directed by Briggs, and that is Suffer Little Children. I have to say, besides the artwork, the title alone made me want to watch this movie. The plot involves a little girl named Elizabeth who gets dropped off at the doorstep of a kind of like a group home, foster home, with a note saying, "My name is Elizabeth, please take me in, I cannot speak." The adults in the group home take Elizabeth in and introduce her to the rest of the children. Once Elizabeth comes into the group home, trouble immediately ensues. Kids are getting hurt left and right in the group home, and kids are narrowly one by one blamed by the adults. It's really no spoiler, especially from just looking at the cover. Elizabeth is possessed by the devil and, very interestingly, goes into some of the other kids' heads and even enters in some of their dreams. One by one, Elizabeth keeps getting kids in the group home to join her cult. Another thing I wanted to mention, there's a rock star that comes into the house. It seems like all the kids really like this guy, and Elizabeth is really interested by the cross he's wearing. The guy gives her his cross, and throughout the movie, and especially when Elizabeth is making bad stuff happens, she is kind of twirling the cross in her hand. Now my thoughts. Being a shot-on-video fan, I wasn't really surprised about the video quality as well as the audio quality in this film, because both of them are very poor, even for shot-on-video standards. In the beginning, I actually was questioning whether this was shot-on-video or not. It seemed like it was shot on VHS, but at other points it seemed like it might have been mixed with 16mm film, but overall the picture quality was just very poor. The audio is also very poor. There's some scenes where the audio level is just way too quiet, and in other scenes the music that is played overcasts the actual audio. But I must say, Severin was smart when they did have a subtitle feature on the DVD, because the subtitles help a lot, especially for some scenes with that problem. I do have to say, the music is actually really cool. There's some cool metal music in it, especially the theme song, Suffer Little Children. Acting, it's a shot-on-video film, so you know the acting is not going to be the best, but I must say that the little girl who portrayed Elizabeth was downright frickin' awesome. At some points, there's some random scenes of dialogue that really don't make any sense and just drag on too long. The one pet peeve I have is there's one scene where the adults are talking, and then they go and say that the children were drowning in a pool, and you never see the kids actually in a pool or around water at that. The gore it screams shot-on-video horror. The climax of the film is an absolute shot-on-video bloodbath. I think any person that's a fan of shot-on-video horror would agree that the gore is pretty awesome. The whole quality of the film, it almost reminds me of Splatter Farm, being that it's almost like a documentary about these kids in this group home that are part of this satanic cult. I also want to stop and mention that this film did have a lot of controversy when it was first released. In the documentary on the DVD with director Alan Briggs, he goes into a lot of detail revolving around the release and controversy behind the film. When it was distributed in the UK, it was, in Alan Briggs' opinion, a rough cut and not the version that he wanted to have distributed. But once it hit video stores, the BBFC really hammered on this film and censored and banned it across the UK. Director Alan Briggs came up with a brilliant idea for marketing for this film, claiming that the film is in fact the real story of all these kids at this group home, and all of these kids were never seen or heard from again. After that, the film got cut intensely, and there's VHSs lurking around in this film, but they're very expensive. I know Mood616 said that some of them went for around £400 to £500. Director Alan Briggs also mentioned that some video stores in the UK that carried it sold it under the counter as opposed to having it out in the open. The special features on the DVD include School of Shock, an interview with director Alan Briggs, Seducing the Gullible, an interview with legend of UK nasty era fanzine critic John Martin, and the trailer for the film. For a rating, I'm going to give Suffer Little Children a would recommend for any and every shot-on-video horror fan. For people that are not interested in shot-on-video or don't like it, I would not recommend this. I don't think you would like it as much as we do. If you want to get yourself a copy, go to severinfilms.com and also check out all the other films in the Intervision line. Link in the description below. Once again, I want to give a big thank you to Jason from Severin Films for recommending this, as well as some other titles to me. Thanks again, more reviews coming, dude. Alright guys, that's where I'm going to wrap it up today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you dislike it, hit that thumbs down button. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is you guys do. Once again, my name is Steve, and until next time, see y'all later.